It's been almost 4 years since I recorded what you saw in the last video. Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, and where do I even start? So, what you saw in part 11 was recorded in the summer of 2019, and after that happened, I took a little bit of a break from the game, from playing it. Wasn't intending the break to go on for as long as it did. But, the next January, I went to MagFest, and there was a little incident where my recording DS had a milkshake spilled on it at MagFest, and that was all kinds of tragic. I'd had that thing forever. I was able to clean up the mess to a point where the DS was still functional if you wanted to be able to, like, play video games on it, but its video output was all sorts of messed up, and it was not going to work as a capture device any longer. And it was a really long time before I was able to replace it, and by that time I'd forgotten where I was in the game, and I decided that I get caught up with the story and everything whenever I go to edit the video from the first part of the series, and I just kept putting that off and off and off until I finally decided a few weeks ago, okay, enough procrastinating Final Fantasy 1, we're doing this. So I went to edit the video, got myself caught up on the story, mostly know where I am. In those intervening years, I've started making Game Maker videos again. An entire global pandemic has started and is still not entirely under control. I have a new president. The New York Mets continue to disappoint me. The James Webb Space Telescope finally launched. Perhaps nothing makes my delays in making these videos feel quite as long as saying that when I recorded the last video, we still thought that thing was going to be going up in 2020. Anyway, on the bright side, this means that I can actually make use of some of the things that people have told me in YouTube comments, and probably the most important thing for me to know is someone told me that if I hit the B button and select at the same time, I can open up the world map. Alright, I'm definitely gonna make use of this, I think. So, I can select a location, so whenever the game tells me I need to go somewhere, I can, like, make use of this world map to go to that place instead of just, like, wandering around aimlessly. Definitely gonna help. I am right now in Mount Golg. I think it's called Mount Golg. It's called something Golg. Yeah, Mount Golg. That's more or less where I am. And I believe I need to go into the volcano dungeon. And from there we can see where we're going. See, we also have locations on the label on the map labeled that seem to be I don't think I visited all of these yet. Unless I have and I just don't remember. Alright, into Mount Gold we go. So this is B1. Yes, the random encounter rate. Gonna have to get used to that again. And someone got a level, I think it was Argus. I think the name started with an A. When I was going back, and someone else gained a level in there. When I was going back and editing the video, okay, so I'm gonna really have to quick foot it across this lava if I don't want to die. I was a little bit surprised, and I spent a lot of time complaining about the random encounter rate, and not only was I complaining about it, I was like making it sound like I was just gonna put down the game and not play it anymore. Due to the random encounter rate and how often I was running into things, and not exactly sure why I came across quite as negative as I did. It's definitely, like, completely ridiculous. This is definitely a random encounter rate that is far higher than it needs to be, but it's not like I'm gonna stop playing like bad. It's just, alright, did I really just cross all that lava for nothing? Is there really nothing down here? Yeah, there's really nothing down there, huh? It's not like I'm gonna stop playing bad. Urban levels go up all over the place here, but what it does do is it really does make, like, narrating this rather difficult because, you have to stop and start what I'm... Okay. What I'm saying, like, every couple of seconds, which does not make doing a Let's Play of games like this very easy. So hopefully it's not gonna be quite as, you know, utterly ridiculous as it's been. Or at least, at the very least, that's another Mithril Helm. I'm pretty sure I've gotten a couple of those. I remember seeing names like that coming up once in a while when I was editing the video. But hopefully I'll at least be able to, like, keep a train of thought going. Mithril is something that's usually associated with magic, is it not? Alright, Stella's stuck on the old-fashioned leather cap here. Oh, does that... Wait. I do want to equip something. Can I not equip something? Okay, so it's only the Warrior, the Knight, and the Ninja who can equip this. It's a little annoying. Anyway, let's see. This is Mount Gulg. This is a volcano level. And I am fully prepared to be in here for a while. So this is a dead end, but this is another chest featuring 1,520 gold. It's a lot of gold. Okay, I can make it out. I can make it out through this door, so I don't have to backtrack all the way. That's nice. Wow. Are all those treasure chests for me? I mean, they're probably not. Really? You just one-hit KO my fighter. I mean, he looks fine. He's still walking around, but... Alright, fine. What was I saying? So, like, I'm sure that whoever put those chests there in the first place very specifically did not have me in mind as the intended new owner of whatever they contain. But you know what? I'm the protagonist, so I say otherwise. I did not get into an encounter with a random elemental when I walked up to that one, I noticed. I don't remember when I picked up this spell, but this definitely feels like one that I'm going to, like, want to use when I get to the boss of this fire volcano. Am I losing my mind, or am I not getting experience anymore? Am I just, like, am I not allowed to get more experience in this area? Everyone's level 34. Someone also in the YouTube comments, pointed out that, I probably will want to, one, stockpile potions and that kind of thing, and, like, not throw away equipment that has like particular bonuses, elemental modifiers, that kind of thing. Just because, you know, end game, bosses, that kind of thing. I obtained the greatsword from the chest. I should probably look at that greatsword, shouldn't I? But it's also been observed that I am fighting most of my random encounters. I'm only running away from like, alright, that was a waste of time. At least for now. I'm only running away from, like, honestly, the random encounters that would probably be just as fast to run away from as they are to actually fight. And I don't know what my level is going to be by the end of this, but if the relative difficulty of the last couple bosses I fought, for, like, just for someone like me who's perhaps not putting quite as much thought into strategy as they perhaps could be, I'm not sure if I should really be all that worried about how hard the late game is going to be. But, you know, it's definitely never impossible that there's a massive difficulty spike towards the end of the game. Video games have been known to do that on occasion, especially some of the older video games. Let's see. So is this really just like a giant treasure room? Just full of treasure for me to take. Mithril gloves, alright. Mithril helm, noticing a theme here. High potion, alright. Won't say no to that. Tent obtained. I've gotten a few of those in this dungeon, I think. Not bad for a full restore outside. I don't think I can use it in here. Free money. And more free money, and an antidote. I used one of those recently. Yet more free money. Once I'm done with this, really? Once I'm done with this, I am going to go into my menu just to look at exactly how much money I've gained in this dungeon. That is a phoenix down. I have, alright, 163,000 gil. I want to say I went into this dungeon for like 111,000 gil. I think that was about, more or less what I saw on the, on my save file, when I booted up the game. I have a feeling most of that's probably gonna go towards ethers because Stella has just been burning through those magic points at an utterly insane speed. Just spamming Blizzara on everything and anything, as a way to just get through these random encounters with like. And that was a prime example there. 6 and 7 launches of them with short notice, with ease rather. All right. And I realized that pun would be funnier if I was actually using like a fire attack here instead of a blizzard attack, but whatever. I guess on that note, I don't actually know what any relevant weaknesses or resistances or anything in this cave might have. I haven't exactly felt the compulsion to, you know, do a whole lot of strategizing in here, but I've just been using Blizzard because I assume that this is a fire cave. And that's totally just video game shorthand for things that you find in here are probably going to be weak to water or ice or whatever. And those were 2 elementals that I just fought, and it's not that often that I see an elemental to fight outside of like a treasure room. And I wondered for a moment if that meant that there was like a hidden thing in the walls or something, and then I decided that I don't actually care and I'd rather just get on with things. You're really gonna lead me on like that, game? This game doesn't have like hidden items in the walls, does it? I don't think I've seen anything like that in this game. Okay, it looks like there's nothing in here, right? Like, I haven't seen anything that would indicate a hidden anything in the walls. I haven't seen any text from NPCs that would indicate that anything's hidden in the walls, so I think by that point it's safe to assume that gameplay-wise, that's just not a thing that happens in this game, right? Let's see. Some other things that come to mind. You know what? When I'm in the lava, I take damage, but I also don't run into random encounters. And given how much HP I have in this game, I'm starting to wonder if it would just be a better trade-off to just, like, step in the lava and reduce my encounter rate a little bit. Alright, now we're thinking with portals. So that appears to be it for this room. Hello, lava. Mount Gulg B4. Like, I'm not even taking that much damage from walking in the lava. Let's see, some other things that have changed since the last time I recorded this game is I've replaced my audio cable, and I am going to keep an eye on that HP level, but it really doesn't seem to be going down that fast. I've replaced the audio cable for my DS, so hopefully the audio quality is a little bit like less staticky, since I am no longer using the like absolute cheapest one that I found back in like 2013, however long ago I got that thing. And also, I've so far had quite a bit less trouble. What was this, B5? B3, interesting. I've so far had quite a bit less trouble actually recording the audio with my current setup. Like, I messed around with a few settings on my computer, and I can't actually hear what's being played, so I can't actually hear audio from the game. Which is definitely somewhat of a shame, but at least I don't have to, like, string audio cables and laptops and what have you, like, all around my desk like some kind of, like, mad scientist guy. Yeah, I also had a bit of a laugh and also, like, a scream in pain. At the very beginning of the series, I did a lot of grumbling and complaining about, like, how much trouble. This looks prominent. Nope, just some random set piece, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna come back here. I did a lot of like grumbling and complaining about how much trouble it was for me to get the audio from the game set up and my recording set up and all that, but I finally got it apparently. And alright, I'm gonna go this way, I think. Yeah, as it turns out, I didn't got it, and the audio wasn't captured for the first probably the first video or so of this series, and everything you heard in that beginning of this Let's Play was just like edited in post. Oh well. I guess fortunately this is a fairly old game at this point, and there isn't a ton of audio happening in this game at any given time, and I basically just subbed in the music, and there wasn't like any menu sound effects or anything like that for a little while, and I think I went in a circle. Alright, I've gone in a circle so I can continue down that one flight of stairs. Oh well. I want to go this way, right? I want to go down from over here, I think is where the way forward is. Awesome. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? I think I've got us all caught up on what I've been doing since the beginning of this game was recorded. What is in here? Alright, treasure room. And that was an enemy that was guarding a chest that was actually not an elemental. Interesting, that was a lava worm. Gold needle. And that was also not an elemental. That was a fire worm. It died just as quickly, though, and a lot of gold. Alright, gold needles are for, like, curing, like, stone or something. One of the weirder statuses. Cure stone. I got 6 of them. I don't think I bought any, so I've just found 6 around the overworld. Silence, darkness. Very glad that I've got things that can cure those, because those are the actual worst status effects in RPGs. Probably darkness most of all, because I find missing more infuriating than just not being able to use magic. Alright, yeah, I'm level 36 across the board now. I think I was level 33 on everybody when I came in here. And I've been recording for about 45 minutes, so I'm not sure how long that's going to be cut down to when I go to edit this and cut out all the random encounters. I have a feeling that it's not going to be very long. That door looks important. I feel like if I go through that door, I'm going to see a boss, so I'm going to not go through that door for now. And I don't know if that's just like my modern video game, like, shorthand sensibility language that's telling me that, or if that actually is going to be like a boss door, but it's interesting the way that we, like the shorthand that we use in level design for games. Like, in that case, if you have a wall that's in a very large and prominent room, and if you just have like a single door on it, you just kind of assume that there's going to be something of importance at the other end of it. I did pick up a fire shield somewhere in there, and given what kind of dungeon we are in... Stella, can you equip a shield? You cannot equip shields. You cannot equip shields. You cannot equip shields. The only shield that can be equipped is by Argus over here. Okay, we'll equip the fire shield. That will raise my defense by a small amount, and I have to assume that'll also grant me some amount of resistance to fire. And I'm kind of getting the feeling that I'm kind of maybe, like, wasting some MP on Stella because I'm just using Blizzara on everything, and that costs 18 MP, I think. I wanted to go this way. And a lot of the times I probably don't need a Blizzara to clear the screen of enemies. But Stella just has, like, so much maximum MP and, like, so many... Am I going in circles? Have I been in here yet? I have not been in here yet, okay. But yeah, Stella just has so much max MP, and I have so many ethers that it probably, like, doesn't actually matter all that much. Alright. You are giving out gold, like... I would say like candy, but you know what? I wish people gave out, like, candy as frequently as this game is giving out gold. Alright, there's more stairs, and that's making me think that maybe my video game senses are just wrong. And maybe I should actually go back and check those doors that I passed by earlier. Alright, so this at least is another treasure room. And 10 gil, really? Interesting. Remind me, did I come from here? I don't remember where I came from. So for being honest, a lot of this does kind of look the same. Okay, so I haven't been here yet. One of those chests was automatically opened, apparently. And a cottage. Alright, that is a better version of the tent, if I recall. Just checking in on my health levels after all that walking through the lava. I've got 200,000 gil, and... I think there was one more door that I did not poke my head into. I'm gonna do that now. Alright, health is still okay. It looks like I'm only taking like 1 or 2 damage every time I step in lava. And, you'd think that, like, lava would be a little bit more deadly than that, but apparently not. That was yet more gil, wasn't it? Alright, and I think I have seen everything else there is to see in this cave, and I think it is time to actually go down the stairs and see what awaits us. By the way, does, what was it? Select and B at the same time? Alright, that does not show us, like, a dungeon map or anything. I don't suppose if I were to... where's Mount Gog? Okay, it's alphabetized, is it? No, it's not alphabetized. If I like, clicked on this, would there be a dungeon map? No? Okay. Wouldn't be a bad thing to have, but... let's be on with our lives. That door I've been in. And this door... well, this isn't a door. This stairs is my destination. Okay. Mount Gog B5. There's a lot of places I can go off in. And again, this is setting off my video game senses hard. Like, there is probably, like, something important up there. So I feel like I should go that way last. And I don't know if that's what's going to happen. But I'm just going to go with that theory, all other things being equal. And that chest is empty, so somebody's already been there. I'm also noticing that it seems like... I'm not going to spend too much time trying to figure this out or not, but it seems like the amount of damage I take from stepping in lava might be like a percentage of my total HP, more so than a fixed value. Very big room, and we once again just have nothing but an empty treasure chest in it. Okay. I don't know if that's supposed to be some like environmental storytelling, like someone's been here before us, or if the level designers are really just tossing things down willy-nilly here and there, everywhere. Wouldn't be surprised if it's the latter, given the age of this game. Another empty one. So far, every treasure chest I've seen on this floor has been empty. So that's sort of thing an astute observer definitely may take notice of. Okay. If someone were to like... This is also going to have an empty treasure chest, isn't it? Nope, this is just going to have nothing at all. Why do I feel like the game is lagging? Anyways, I was saying, I wonder if anybody has, like, gone and, either, like, disassembled the ROM and looked at the level data for this game, or just, like, stitched together a bunch of images manually and, created their own, like, map of these dungeons. I'm sure that in the history of Final Fantasy I, someone's done that eventually, and I'm expecting either an empty room or a room with some empty treasure chests in here. Oh no, okay, that looks important. That is the fire crystal. I've seen the earth crystal so far in this game. I've now seen the fire crystal. And with that knowledge in mind, I am going to go and see what I can find in the rest of this dungeon. The rest of this floor of this dungeon, and I'm expecting mostly empty rooms and empty treasure chests. Nope! I love being wrong when it means that I got treasure out of the deal. That is flame mail obtained from the chest. That is going to be armor, most likely, which is also going to give me some amount of fire resistance. So if I were to go and find the flame armor... Is this sorted in any way? Probably going to be at the bottom, right? What's the red fang? Oh, that just casts fire? That's just like a single-use item that casts a spell? Okay. Not my favorite. Mail infused with the power of fire. Alright, that's going to be another thing for Argus. And it's actually going to increase my evasion by quite a bit, too. In addition to whatever the power of fire happens to mean for me. Huh. Alright, we'll equip that. Not say no to Argus being able to evade attacks more than he is. Alright, I've also, those fire lizards that I was fighting just there used a couple fire attacks on me, and it did not seem like I was really getting a damage reduction on Argus compared to the rest of my party, so perhaps the power of fire is not like fire resistance. Like I'd assume, maybe it's actually fire damage. I don't know what the real purpose of that is going to be, since it's only the knight, the warrior, and the ninja who can equip that, and it doesn't seem like the knight has any fire-based attacks of their own. Not sure about the ninja. I don't know if, like, there's nothing in here. I don't know if I were to find a like a sword that does fire damage, or if I were to find a I don't know, more of those fire, fang, whatever they were, single-use items that, basically cast a spell when used. Basically cast fire when used, if that would get a buff from this armor I'm wearing. Anyway, we can go in here, and I'm sure I'm gonna be finding a boss. And, definitely seems like something's happening. I'm sure there's some kind of sound key playing. Oh, I have to hit the A button. But, yeah, I can't hear the sound in this game right now, unfortunately. So you are the ones who defeated the Fiend of Earth and roused Merilith from her slumber. Who's talking to me? The Rock is talking to me. Boy, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that turkey sandwich that smelled funny this morning. The power of the burning flame is mine and mine alone. Those who would oppose me shall burn in hellfire. And that's all the intro you're gonna give us. We're gonna fight the giant snake Medusa fire lady thing. And I didn't remember to fully heal before talking to this magic floating rock, but apparently I don't really need to, because most of my party is pretty good for health. Yeah, Argus has no spells or anything. Don't think Wedge does either, so all Wedge can do is attack you. Stella might as well go and give the rest of the party a bit of a heal all, and let's see what Blizzara does. You know what? Doubles one ally's number of attacks. Hold paralyzes one foe. Yeah, see, I don't think like Hold, Sleep Rat, I don't think those spells are really gonna do anything for for bosses, and I'm not inclined to, like, use them. Anyway, let's use Blazara, and then I guess I'll, like, A-B test that against, I guess, Quake, maybe, Thundaga, see what does more damage. Alright, so Argus is gonna do 110 damage, Stella is gonna do 190, that's the number I'm gonna want to remember. Wed, wow, that didn't do anything. Thank you, Sarah, keeping my party healed. Argus and Wed, you kind of just do one thing. I don't know if I should assume that my entire party is gonna get attacked again on Sarah's turn. Like, I have the MP to spare. And Blazara did 190. Let's compare that against, let's say, Thundaga. Alright, Thundaga has the highest MP cost, so that's probably got the highest base power I've got of anything I've got right now. $138. Okay, so Blazara, a super effective Blazara, I have to assume is what's going on. That definitely did more damage. I will try Quake, because sometimes in the world of video games, things that are... Yeah, why not? We'll just keep spamming Hilara because I can. Things that are of fire type are often weak to rock or earth or whatever type that's going to be. So we'll see if that's the case here. I've not had cause to find out if that was the case elsewhere in this dungeon, but yeah, that's definitely a waste, isn't it? We shall see. Oh, well, the fight's over. Is that going to actually show a damage number? That didn't even show a damage number. Only 600 experience points for that whole fight? Wow. Thought some, like, troops of, like, Minotaurs and Ogres that gave me more experience from that. I think, anyway. So this is going to activate the Fire Crystal. For some reason, when they turned around and did that pose... Alright, and this is the Hellfire Chasm, and that's going to awaken another one of the statues. For some reason, when the party turned around and did that pose, I just heard, like, the Kirby end-of-level music play in my head. I can't even do it. But... Alright, so I think I can I teleport out of here? Am I going to be able to teleport out of here? Good, because I don't want to have to do that whole walk on my own. So we've exited Mount Gulg, and... Yeah, those are the fights I should probably be fleeing from, but we've exited Mount Gulg, and from here, I'm gonna go back to town, heal up, probably buy even more ethers, and I think we're gonna end off the video. So, this has been Final Fantasy 1. How do we get out of here? I think I go this way. Alright. This has been Final Fantasy 1. My name is Dragonite. I hope you all enjoyed that. I definitely would like to be able to actually finish this game without taking any more, like, 3-year and 8-month hiatuses for, honestly, stupid reasons involving milkshakes in my DS. But, what was I saying? I will see you all later.